Bill, Silv, welcome back. Day 5, a grueling test, glorious Goodwood. The weekend has arrived and people, punters, racing fans, members will be returning to the racecourse for the first time in the best part of 4 months. If you're one of those lucky 5,000 people going to Goodwood today, enjoy it. It's different, I can assure you, from going earlier in the week, but I think it will be a great moment for the sport, getting a real crowd back. Watching the Sussex Stakes winner early in the week and watching Mohaather win in one of the best races I've seen in a while to silence was not overly enjoyable, I must admit. And I think this is a real landmark moment for the sport, and I'm delighted we're getting crowds back. And as punting races go, as races that punters like to latch onto, the Stewards Cup is the feature on the Saturday afternoon. 28 runners will be going to post. So you ride Stone of Destiny, who, Bill, I know you've followed over the last couple of seasons, about a 16-1 chance. Let's get straight into Stone of Destiny. I'm going to touch on the others. Sylvie, he ran okay at Ascot. He's back to 6, and he ran over 5 last time. Which Stone of Destiny are you expecting to turn up on Saturday?
Well, I expect him to turn up in a day. You know, he's been a disappointing horse, but he's coming down in his weight. You know, obviously it's a big race, it's a big handicap, but anything can happen. And you know, and the harder they go, the better for him. And you know, but it's tough, competitive. But I think he can come with £5 lower than the race he ran last year. You know, so I think it can be in his favor. So, but it's competitive, you know, it's tough, you know, if you throw a blank and then he is hard to pick a winner. But I'm sure he's going to run into his best.
I think you're right there that we do run that offer every day. Glorious Good with the pipped offer that I always mention. Money back up to £100 if you beat a neck or less, not a tenner like everyone else. And Bill, this is a race where that really could cop that offer. They bet 10-1 bar the field. Nahar is the 4-1 market favourite. Is that plenty short enough in a race of this nature?
Yeah, it could be, but I mean, he's pretty unexposed. He's got an engine. I mean, he's head towards the market, as will be Meras, the Mark Johnson 3-year-olds. I think he won 3 of the last 5 runnings of this. So yeah, they deserve their place at the top of the market. Hard to see them not being involved in some shape or form. The horse I like here is Kimmy 5.
Oh, you just beat me to it. I've backed 2, Watan and Kimmy 5. Go on then. What are your reasoning? See if it's the same as mine.
Joseph's tweet talk. I mean, the interesting thing about this horse is he ran really well in the race last year. He had to sit and watch and suffer. He just got trapped behind a wall of horses in the race. He's off the same mark of 92 last year.
Same last week when he got trapped behind a wall of horses as well.
He watched Kardim win the race last year from behind that. He was unlucky in the Bunbury Cup. He just bumped around, bustled around a bit. But I just think he is a lively outsider who can run really well and shake up the big 2.
I think Kieran Fallon's a great jockey booking as well, taking a little bit more.
Just takes another £3 off. So he's, in essence, he's running off 89. And I just think he's a lively player.
Okay, so I'm with you, Kimmy 5. Watan was the other one I liked. And Sylv, you obviously ride Stone of Destiny. That would be a nice tri-cast for the punters in the big race on the Saturday. Let's now zip back to the first race and we'll go through in chronological order of your rides in the races. And in the first, you team up with Jim Goldie, who, for a man who lives in Scotland, has had some success at Goodwood over the years. You ride Tommy G, who was 3rd in the race last year. He ran well last time at Ayr. What can you tell us about Tommy G?
I spoke to Jim the other day. He said the horse is in good form. He's, I rode for him the day before yesterday. And I was asking about the horse. He says the horse is in good form, and he come to this race in a good form. So with a low weight, and I respect him to be very close.
Yeah, have you got anything in the race, Bill? Trappy affair?
Yeah, I mean, I think you've got to respect Jim Goldie in this, and he's in off a mark of 72. He ran off 78 last year. Jim Goldie's other runner, Call Me Ginger. That's very interesting too. He was
You're
trapped.
not telling us he's put Silver on the wrong one.
No, I'm not saying that. It was Kevin Stott normally rides those horses anyway, but Call Me Ginger was 2nd to Meras at Hamilton last time in the Scottish Stewards Cup. did a lot of running late, drawn out wide. The race kind of unfolded against him. I would take the 2 Goldie horses. I think they're the 2. Call me Ginger and Tommy G.
Good. Glad to hear it. That's that race cleared up. We'll get straight into the 225. Class 2 handicap is a mile 6. You ride Indianapolis, Sil, for James Given, who I remember distinctly being punted off the boards at Royal Ascot. Didn't get the job done, and Duke of Edinburgh came 5th over a mile 4. Subsequently had 2 more runs over a mile 4. I thought this step up in trip looked significant. What can you tell us about Indianapolis?
Yeah, I rode him last time. I was a mile and a half from Ripon. I was asking him a question for a long way out, and you know, he stays very well, and he only got going in the final furlong. So, and you know, obviously, like in a stiff track like Goodwood, then should be all suitable for him and going up in trip. And you know, doesn't look like he's a big field, and it's more field is suitable for him as well. But yeah, exciting ride, and then I hope for the best.
Bill, have you played? What do you fancy?
Yeah, I mean, I like in Indianapolis. He's the stepping up in trips, the unknown. I mean, he's tried further than a mile and a half once. He ran at Ayr last year, and that didn't really work over a mile and 5. So stamina still to be proven. Hopefully he'll run well. There's one horse I think will run well here, and that's Amanda Perrett's horse, Platitude.
Okay, yeah.
This is a horse who's she had one place early in the week, and it's obviously a local track to them. But it's just that all-important course form, and I just got a feeling that Platitude finished 2nd last time, and probably with this behind Mancini at Sandown. But if you go back through his form, he didn't fire last year at Goodwood, but previously he ran behind Sir Chauvelin here. He's had plenty of goes around Goodwood, but one here in May 18. And he's just slipping down to a really competitive mark now. He's off 89. And I've just got a sneaky feeling this horse will run pretty well and at a fairly decent price. And, you know, he's a bit long in the tooth. I mean, he was sick to soldier in action off, I think, in this race 3 years ago. And that was off a mark of 105. And, you know, having won the race the year before. So he's been on the go a lot. But, you know, he's off a fair mark now in the high 80s and just hit the frame.
Cool. Okay. We won't really touch on the 3 o'clock. The Group 2 Lily Yangtru just looks a small 4-runner trappy affair. Enebar will probably go off favourite. I'll go on record saying I think Manuel de la Vega will turn the favourite over there. We've done the 3:35, the Stuart Cup. This leads us into your ride in the 4:10 in the Qatar handicap. Still, you ride Corvair for the Christopher team, who ran up a hat-trick on the all-weather earlier in the season. Comes here with every chance of right to run in this race. Wide open affair. A ride you're looking forward to, I would imagine.
Yes, and he just have to convert the form he has in the weather to the turf, you know, and probably the ground going to be quick for sure, and probably should be all suitable for him, you know, because his horse has been having his best form in all weather Linfield, and he should be competitive if he goes on the turf as good as he goes in the all weather, you know. So it's a kind of open race. I don't think it's a strong race, but you know, anything can happen.
Yeah, I didn't think it was overly a strong race, Bill. You?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I would call a tread carefully race. I mean, the likely favourite's horse of Haggis is called Cold Front. Not much fast ground form there. Not that shouldn't be a complete problem for him, but it's by Lope de Vega. You know, I'd be windy of being with that on very fast ground. It looks trappy beyond trappiness. I might give Home Spin of Johnson's a bit of a squeak at a big price. Won at Goodwood in the past and goes on fast ground. You have to forgive him the bad run at Newmarket on the reappearance, but Home Spin maybe as a long shot. Yeah,
I think this will be a race that you could be betting 4 or 5 the field to start with. And I think watching this race and watching the moves off the show could very well be a good indicator.
Only the 9 runners, so it's trappy for the reason that it's a small field. That makes it quite trappy.
Yeah, difficult, very difficult. Even more difficult are usually maidens, because we've not got enough form line between all the horses to work out what's going on, and that's where you come into play, Silv. because you'll know a bit more about these. And in the 7 furlong maiden, the 440, you team up Richard Haddon to ride Longley, or Longley. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. He was second at Donny last time to a really well punted John Gosden, good thing, Seventh Kingdom. Oisin rode that day. What can you tell us about Longley?
It was a good run, and he probably got beat by a very good horse, you know, Seven Kingdom, and you know, we hope he can improve from that race, and you know, he come to this race with experience, you know, and it's not a big field, and he should be exciting out there, you know. He stay on well, you know, he was like well beat, but he stay on in the final furlong. And yeah, no, I respect him to run reasonable well, like, you know, being the first two.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that form was decent behind the Seventh Kingdom. There was proper money for that on the day, Bill. I know you think this is a particularly hot race, though.
I think this is the hottest maiden that I've been run all season. I think it's really, really hot. There's some big reputations here. Golden Flame brings the best form to the party. You know, he was fourth to Battleground at Royal Ascot on ground that would have been too soft. He'll relish the return to a sound surface. Was a good second. Ryan Moore teaming up with Mark Johnson. That's the bar. It's set very high. Might be hard to beat on this ground. I think Longley will run well with Silv. And the only other one to mention, Tasfiq, newcomer from Marcus Dragoni. Got a big reputation. He's supposed to be a very, very talented newcomer. Hard to ready one first time out, but the team couldn't be in better form. But
those Hamdan colours just seem to win big race after bit. I don't know if it's because the season's so condensed and we're having so much good racing all on top of each other, but it almost feels like it's the best season he's ever had as an owner.
Yeah, probably has.
It's been amazing.
They got big nations and they got so many horses, so you know, it's easy when you got like 400 horses. It's easy to pick the good ones than the bad ones to go to the big races, you know. And
when I get to 400 horses, Silv, I'll let you know what it's like and how difficult it is to choose what's the run where, you know.
Yeah, no, but he got horses with top trainers, and you know they deliver very well and they place them very well. They go step by step, you know. They usually they never see. They got too many good 2-year-olds, but when they come to the big races and the classics, they're always there.
Yeah. It's been a brilliant supporter of British racing over the years, and wish him all the best of luck. I'm glad they're having so much success. Bill, I'm going to nail you to one in the 440.
I'll go Golden Flame.
Cool. Okay. So fortunately for you, you've got no ride in the 510 because you're not an apprentice anymore. More chance of me riding in that than you. So let's recap. The Saturday in the Stewards Cup, I thought Watan and Kimi 5 will go well. I know you liked Kimi 5 too, Bill. Give us one other for the day.
Sylvie, you can go first.
I go for a Son of Destiny, you know, or Tommy G. I think that will be my 2 best rides in the day.
Good. That'll be a nice each way double. That. And Bill, go on then. Give us an each way double.
I will stick with Kimi 5, and yeah, I just think Platitude might hit the frame in the summer handicap at 225.
Guys, look, it's been great fun all week. Thank you so much both for your time. I'm sure we'll see you again in the Zoom room soon. I think we've got your keyboard not too far away, so there'll be plenty more content for all the guys out there watching. If you are watching and you have been a week, thank you very much and good luck at Saturday on Glorious Goodwood.